right. I'm starving, guys. I don't know what about you. I feel like I'm like the host in the end of the table.
You are the boss now.
Yeah, I guess.
You are.
I did this already a few times, so
You know,
if you have any questions, just ask me. Yeah, let's have some good dinner.
It's so weird to talk with you in English.
It's
so weird.
yeah.
I was just.
I mean, Casper,
So
we have to tell you that we're gonna speak Czech, you know, and you have to learn something.
I told him already, so he knows.
In the case, yeah.
But Czech is similar to any other language, or Polish?
Slovakia is almost same.
Almost the same.
Yeah,
Polish is different.
Okay.
in the past we were like Slovan, you know.
Slovenian?
No, Slovan.
Okay.
Nation
Yeah,
or whatever. So there was like
Czechoslovakia.
Czech, Slovakia, Serbia, Croatia. Everything is kind of similar, you know. You can understand, but you can't speak.
Because I think my parents, they always talk about
Let me
like
check.
Czechoslovakia. We say in Norway, it's the same country,
It's 91,
and then it's split. But me, I always knew it as two different countries.
Otherwise, if you visit America, USA, they always, you are from Czechoslovakia.
Yeah, Czechoslovakia.
They always keep.
But now I grew up learning to say Czech Republic. But now in United Game, when we played, they say Czechia.
Yeah, I don't
What do you prefer?
I prefer Czech Republic, but
Yeah.
we have to say Czechia.
Czechia.
I don't know. They just changed everything
Yeah, this year or last year?
last year.
Okay, Czechia.
Why did they
91.
change for
91?
Czechia?
Language?
No, Czechia. If you say like you are from Czech Republic, they have to say they are from Czechia, you know?
Like this year when they played the United
When,
Cup?
no, it was when we were playing Davis Cup in Maya, in Portugal.
Last year.
They changed it.
Was it last year?
No,
No, 2 years ago.
2 years
2 years
ago.
ago. Yeah.
Because when we
So
played
it was
in-
2023.
everything
In the beginning
changed.
of the year 2023. It's not everything, but
Yeah,
just
everything, like-
the name Czechia. So.
I didn't notice it until we played because it was like game Czechia.
Czechia, yeah.
I said, what's this? Czech Republic?
Playing whole life.
Czech Republic. You turned 20 this year. When?
1st of September in New York.
Okay.
In New York.
Trying
you say
my
New
third
York.
year to
Don't celebrate?
celebrate my birthday in the second week of the Grand Slam.
Yeah, that would be nice.
That's good plan.
First time it was 2023. I played third round against Tyler Fritz.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that was this
It was
year.
my birthday.
Yeah,
It was
Oh,
my
on
18th birthday, and I lost 1-0.
With Fritz?
So it's like, and the net, he was like, "Happy birthday, bro." You know, I was like, okay, well, I mean, at least you know.
Who did you beat before?
Before I
Or
played
the
with,
first and second round?
I played first round. I passed through the qualies,
Yeah.
and in the first round it was Barrere, Gregor
Okay.
Barrere, and second one against it was good toss against Tito Androguet.
Okay.
He beat in the first round Musetti, you know,
Oh, okay.
and then Tyler, and that was my end game in that time. Yeah.
I saw your match in Australia after you beat me. You were you were supposed to win, huh?
Yeah, I was like 2-0 up, serving
match
for the
point?
match.
One match point or no?
Match point in the tiebreak.
Yeah.
In the second set, I was suffering with my toes. You know, after
Blisters,
during kind of it was 2 blisters on like 1 blister, and on the blister there was another blister. And after that, during the match, I
getting
got
worse.
infection
It's
there.
getting worse. Yeah.
So after that, I didn't play for 1 week. So I was not able to move. I mean,
So well.
it's tough to say if I would be able to play, if I will, win or not. It's like, it is what it is,
I always.
Well, it was the second time in the New York last year.
Oh, yeah,
in the
that's
third
true.
round, I lost 3 match points up against Nuno Borges. And then this year in Australia, again the same. 1 match point, and lose again. So
So third round is your best result so far.
yeah.
It will have time to improve.
Three times,
Don't
three
worry,
times,
Don't
yeah.
worry. We had one dinner in Oslo because last year we had a tournament in Oslo. Was very nice.
Hometown for
Hometown
you?
for me, yes,
Nice.
where I live. So it was like minus 20.
That time, in that time?
It was February.
But
It was
is
this
there
week
so
was-
dark also
So dark?
during the day?
Yeah.
Because I was Finland, there's always dark, even in the breakfast.
It's you like a normal day when I do the pre-season because it's in December. The sun comes up at 9 maybe and goes down at 2:33.
Wow.
So 6 hours of daylight. So if you work like a normal job, like 8 to 4 or 9 to 5, you don't see the sun. It's tough. It's depressing.
Yeah.
Really.
Wow.
I was 2 years ago. I played Challenger in Helsinki.
Yeah.
And
In November,
under
or?
it, November, and it was the same. I woke up 11. It was totally dark, you know.
Yeah. I've done the South American tour like 4 or 5 times maybe. It's nice. It's
I mean, the atmosphere must be there really
it's tough.
good, no?
Like it's tough physically because a lot of the matches are tough. You play players who are like really fighting for it. Like not many free points. And then if you play like Argentinian in Argentina or Brazilian in Brazil, it's like whew, it's like a war.
Yeah.
Which is fun.
You're
I mean, it's
playing
fun to
against you're
experience.
playing against them, not against against the opponent.
I won in Buenos Aires 1 year, and I had bye first round. Second round I played I think Carballes. Then quarterfinal I played Coria, so Argentinian. Semis Del Bonis, Argentinian, and then the final I played Schwarzman. I played 3 Argentinians in a row. Tough. Every day like another battle.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I mean,
But fun experience. I remember in the final with Schwarzman I started serving and then I missed the first serve and already like
Yeah.
like already from the first ball.
So similar to France if you play against French one.
I'm looking forward to seeing now Fonseca play in Brazil. I think he will have like
it's gonna be huge.
I think he will have like a football stadium with fans.
Yeah.
Every point.
It's gonna be crazy.
And he plays so
for
big,
sure.
so every winner is going to be like.
Can be.
Is he your age? No, younger.
He's younger, 1 year younger. Yeah.
So 2006.
6.
So you played him a few times, no? Or
No,
not
just
really?
one time in Jeddah.
Okay.
In the
Next gen.
Yeah. It was funny. It was 4-3, 3-4, 3-4, 4-3, 3-4.
Any breaks?
Oh, just one in the last set. No breaks.
each?
No breaks.
Break.
And the last set it was 3-1 up.
Oh.
And then I came back and then I lost the tie break. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
But well, with these rules, it's tough to play against.
Are they playing with the
anyone,
net?
you know. No lead rule.
No lead rule.
It's like also
Like here.
same like here. Just 15 seconds between the points.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's it's fast. You know, you're changing the sides. First
Every
3
third
games. After after 3 games you're changing
2-2.
3 and then 2-2. Yeah.
But I feel that they are pushing us for times everywhere almost.
Time?
On the ATP,
Yeah.
I feel there is no time anymore.
They want to shorten the net
breaks.
time, I guess,
Yeah.
between the points. Which is
Oh, sometimes it's like, sometimes it's, if you hit an ace, or whatever, Sometimes when you're playing long ready, it's sometimes
But problem is
manageable,
with the towel, that you have to walk to the towel, then
yeah,
walk back.
sometimes.
Not
you have,
now,
like-
not now. You can ask for
Yeah, but not in the slams.
That's true.
Slams you have to walk yourself.
Yeah,
In ITF, also in Davis Cup we played. Oh, you also played Davis Cup.
Yeah.
Did they give you or you had to go? Because I had to go.
Actually, yeah.
You have to go
no,
yourself.
I play just,
Davis Cup
I
you
play
have to
just
go.
doubles, and in doubles I'm
Davis
not
Cup we
using
have to go
towel.
for the towel. Yeah.
Because ITF have different rules.
Yeah, and United Cup they walk with the basket.
Yeah. But this was quite good there.
Yeah, it
I
was
think.
good.
Why not?
Yeah.
So what's your favorite slam when you played everyone? It's hard to tell.
Australia or US Open.
Okay.
Something between.
Because you did better or one play that there or
My first ever Grand Slam in juniors in the men's, it was like US Open,
Yeah.
So I have kind of, I don't know.
yeah.
It's like it's
Normal.
something that means something
Natural.
for me, But
Yeah.
when I was a kid, I always wanted to visit Australia.
Yeah.
So when I was there for the first time, I really like it there.
Exciting, yeah.
I gotta choose between those. When it's US Open time, my favorite tournament is US Open, and opposite, So like switching a lot.
And you?
Wimbledon, I guess. You can
The thing
play on
is
the
like-
grass. You can
Huh?
play on the grass.
Let's see, but the thing is like Wimbledon is so nice. It's like ridiculously nice
I
and
know.
beautiful. So I really like playing there.
It's nice to chip, chip on the grass, maybe.
Yeah, I mean it's fun because it's so different for me at least. I feel like I have to kind of reset my game completely because I don't feel like my spin shots is not working.
It's true.
It doesn't bounce up.
Yeah.
Okay, the thing is like I played a junior 2 times and the first year it was like 30 degrees every day and sunny. And then it's more playable because it bounces up. But when it's like foggy, humid, it's so fast and slippery.
Raining.
But it's like historic. I like playing on grass because it's
Ideal. I
There
think
in
ideal,
place
ideal
where-
to chip some, like golf balls, during that.
reminds you of the golf course. No, but tennis started on grass and clay, so I think it's fun to play on the kind of
it is,
most
it is,
historic
actually.
surfaces.
And
But
now
I-
most of the tournaments is on hard, right?
Yeah, now most of them are on hard, which I wish they weren't, but what can you do? It's most convenient surface. You don't have to do too much.
For me, I cannot complain, guys.
So I think maybe Australia because, okay, it's so far, but the service is unbelievable. It's close to the hotel. It's easy to go to the sites.
I like the city.
Huh?
Melbourne is really nice.
Yeah.
I don't know how, I don't know why, but there's always good vibe. There is little street.
Maybe the people are
I
giving the
think
good
there is
vibe.
called Little Brook Street, and
Okay.
there is like 10 restaurants.
Okay.
There is always music and full house. So beautiful.
Yes, and it's summer. Like
Yeah.
we are coming from winter at home, and then
For us,
And if Casper says
for us-
winter, that is winter. you know?
No, for us, winter is something different than for you,
well, I mean Czech Republic is also winter, right? Kind of cold. 5 degrees.
Minus 10 degrees maximum.
Yeah, but it's cold. Australia can be like 40 one day. That's the only problem though. It's like some days it can be like 40 degrees in Australia.
So are you swimming in the
makes
fjords?
Well, we have a fjord called the Oslo fjord, but it's not really a fjord, it's just the name. The nice fjords are in the west part of Norway. And I've never been there, honestly. Because it's like 6 hours to drive from where I live. Or you can fly and take like a rent a car, but I never did it. I should, but I've never been to the fjords that you probably have seen on pictures.
Yeah.
But I've been to the north in the summer, which is nice because it's opposite of the winter because the sun goes up and it doesn't go down. So at 1 a.m. it's still up. It's never dark in the summer.
Okay.
So you can play golf at 1 a.m. It's like it looks like
Yeah,
it looks like sunset, but then it
Yeah, but
goes
it's
up
going up,
again.
yeah,
It
yeah.
doesn't disappear. So this is like whoa, very nice.
Yeah.
But it's different. I mean, up there in the north, this is not in Oslo. This is in the north. In Oslo, it will be like semi-dark, but not until 11:30, and then from 4 a.m. it's still sun again. If you go home from a party at 4, it's time to wake up. Sun is rising.
it depends. You can go, like 24/7,
Yeah.
Non stop,
24-hour party,
non-stop,
non-stop.
man.
Non-stop rave.
Uh,
Yeah. So we have like, it's nice in the summer, but the winter is horrible. Horrible.
I wanted to ask why did you put your nickname to Air Machete?
Why? That's a good
Oh, yeah.
question.
Air Machete.
Like you know my
man.
jumping forehand sometimes during the match.
What?
You know the jumping forehand.
Yes.
He's doing the
So-
fish, Boris
There
Becker
is-
was his idol,
And
bro.
there is a coach from Easy Lechka,
Okay.
and he called me like from the beginning when I started to play a little bit
do it?
better.
Yeah.
He called me Machete
Machete.
because it's in my name.
Okay.
So that's why I made Air Machete because it's
Yeah. What is your name?
My name is Menimal.
Manimal?
Yeah, like my name
Animal?
Mensik, so man, animal.
tell
that's
the
like-
true story. Tell the
Which
true
story? There is no story.
There is no
behind.
story.
No,
So
I
out
mean-
of the camera only.
No, it's no. I mean, it's weird for me to say when I was young, but like when I was a kid, I used to watch a lot of, not to watch a lot of, but my coach was sponsored by Yonex,
Okay.
And in that time, Stan Wawrinka was
Yeah.
on top, And he was wearing the t-shirt with Stanimal. I was like, hey,
Manimal.
what's that? And I put it into my name, and
Okay.
out of nowhere,
good.
my coach started to call me like that.
Menimal.
And I didn't, because when they invited me here, they were asking for a nickname.
Yeah.
And he didn't even consult it with.
Yeah.
Immediately. he
Yeah,
just-
he was immediately put the name of Menimal, and that was it. But I was wondering, the Iceman, I was like, because Norway, kind of like Vikings, But I think that someone already had it.
Rune has it, right?
Rune has
Having
Viking.
no?
Viking.
Yeah, is that true?
Rune, it's
Holger
like-
has Viking. Yeah. I just
The Iceman.
The Iceman.
It's somewhere in the movie, no? In the which movie?
You should put like Valhalla is coming, something like this.
When I play, they play this song a lot, like Ice, Ice, Baby.
Yeah, this one.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, they play this all the
But
time.
there is something when after I don't know some hot shots, they
Yeah.
put some like comments, no?
Yeah. Wow,
Like
what a
on the-
shot.
yeah.
Or like if you hit a mistake, it's like,
No, because I saw one of your matches. I don't know where was it.
okay,
Well, you hit a
mistake.
hot shot, no
Okay.
hot shot, and there was like the winter is coming.
No
okay.
way.
Yeah,
So Game of Thrones.
Yeah, Game of Thrones.
So,
Have you watched Game of Thrones?
Yeah. Best show ever. Except for the last
Okay,
season,
in this case.
unfortunately. You?
Like 6 times.
Yeah.
Lots of times on the room, right?
Yeah. I watched like, I have the same with Lord of the Rings. The
Lord of
movies.
the Rings?
I watched like 10 times probably.
And have you seen the series now on Amazon?
Yeah. Did you watch the movies?
Yeah.
It's out
I
of
think
my
so.
topic, guys.
You?
I just watched Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Of course, it was so
you
good.
don't tell me that you didn't watch Lord of the Rings.
No.
You never saw Lord of the Rings?
I did. I watched, but just some parts of that. I was never like into to watch straight all of the movies.
You have to watch the extended version. Did you or no?
Yeah, I did.
So good. Like 4 hours each, but it's worth it.
Yeah.
For the flight to Australia or whatever. And any flight.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I was more into Harry Potter always.
Okay.
So bigger fan of that. So
Have you read the book?
just the last one. That
You can tell that he's young, huh? Harry Potter was fun when I was like 12 years old. I watched Harry Potter.
yeah, the stadium for Lord of the Rings will come, you know. And
It will come at some point. When you turn
Yeah.
20 maybe. When you start to
20
grow
plus,
up.
it's right? 20 plus.
Do you guys like Marvel or no? You
Marvel?
watch Marvel?
a lot,
Do you watch a lot?
a lot.
Okay. I think it's really good. I watched
During
like
the COVID time, I did like the marathon.
with all
From the beginning
in the
until
right
the end.
order, like 20 movies.
in the right order. It's so
Yeah,
good.
in the right order, exactly. Yeah.
This is also worth it. Yeah, I mean, if you like, it's not science fiction, or it is science fiction, but it's not the same as.
yeah.
But they started to make comedy.
Yeah,
A little bit
You have to
after.
stop. You have to stop, and in Infinity War, it's the last movie.
Yeah.
After that, it's not the same
Yeah.
because a lot of the actors they stopped.
Yeah.
A lot of the heroes they, I'm not gonna spoil, but die or they disappear.
Yeah.
So
But
up
the-
until this point, every movie is so good.
Yeah.
I mean, the end game, it's a lot of records. Like,
The Endgame, yeah.
yeah.
It was so good.
One of the most.
I think it's probably the best movie in Marvel
No,
in the history.
in general,
In general?
because
Infinity War?
I saw, because you were talking about the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
It was actually on the first place, but when the end game came up,
Yeah.
it
At
was
some
end
point,
game.
it was number one.
Better than Avatar? With the record?
Avatar is third, I
one?
guess.
First one. Did you watch the second?
Yeah,
I didn't.
I
like
did,
It.
I did on the plane.
of course. I mean, after 20 years
like-
But now
50
the real
years.
question is, what about
Ah, yeah.
Peaky Blinders?
Oi, I didn't watch that.
No way.
But I know you have a car from.
Me neither. Me neither.
That period. You told me.
Me neither.
You're lying.
I started.
You started. Just started.
Because I finished with Breaking Bad,
Oh, good show.
and
liked
now on the list there is Peaky Blinders. So.
Oh, it's a lot of good things to watch. When you grew up, who did you? What's your favorite player? And when you were young, sorry. Well, you're still young, but when you were like really young, who was your favorite player?
I started because in the Prostov, obviously, there is like the biggest national tennis center
Yeah.
in Czech, and Tomas Beric was practicing there, so I used to watch him
Yeah.
there. But then when I started to play and started to watch in the TV as well,
Yeah.
it was always Novak.
Okay.
I'm glad
Okay.
that I have the opportunity to play against him in Shanghai last year.
Oh yeah. It was
man,
close
it's
match,
like-
huh?
It was very
It
close.
was close.
Yeah. Tough. 3 sets.
But I was feeling like that he gave me the first set. I think it wasn't his probably the best match that he
But I
played
think you
there.
had chances also in the first set. I was watching. I was
No.
watching the
After first
the
set.
beginning.
Maybe, but second, third set, it was just it was much more better than me.
You played him a
Yes.
few times also.
3 times.
You beat him in Geneva.
I beat him in Geneva. I lost in Dubai 7-6 in the first, very close.
And now.
And now was
too good.
very good.
But you know,
But I was feeling good on the court.
I think the best.
Yeah, but it was, you know, like Djokovic on prime, like really. He was taking the time, like everything from the beginning. I was feeling like he's playing the final.
Yeah. But the biggest highlight is that Yeti Veseli beat him 2 times.
Yeah.
2-0.
2-0.
2-0.
Yeah.
But all the time Novak
2-0 head to head?
Yeah. 2-0 head to head. Yeah.
That's nice.
Now he's, I guess,
But he
finishing
pulled out
a
in
little bit.
US Open, I think. He didn't count that. He pulled out before the match.
So 3-0.
No, I mean Vesely pulled out before the match.
No, I
Yes.
Is he
think
still
that
playing or no?
Challengers right now. But I think he won once in Dubai.
Yeah.
In Dubai,
That was second time.
3 years ago.
And first time
Yeah, that
Monaco.
was
First
like a
time it was in
surprise.
Monaco or in Rome, somewhere. Rome, I think.
Monaco. Let's have
Okay.
a bet now.
Whatever. No.
No.
And you, Tomas, who did you like when you grew up? Who was your idol when you
Who is my
were
idol?
young? Anyone?
Air Jordan.
I liked so much
Tennis
Stan
player.
Wawrinka, like
Wawrinka.
before. But of course there is Nadal, Federer, Djokovic. You know, we will always watch those three. But Wawrinka with his one-handed backhand was unbelievable.
Down the lines, huh?
Yeah, and especially the match when he was playing against Djokovic, French Open, the final.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
That was
2015.
insane. Yeah, I was watching every ball. What he played was.
I think it was close to playing perfect tennis, huh? That match. I'm not sure if you can play almost any better. He was hitting like winners around the net and everything.
Everything. But
I
in the
remember
crucial
that.
moments.
Huh?
In the crucial
Yeah.
moments. Big
Like,
points, and he was going
Here
one.
it's also easy to hit the winners around the net.
Here, yeah.
Here, yeah.
Here you can hit
But I
around.
tried
Today
it. For me now, it's impossible.
No, first practice, everything was going around the net.
Yeah.
You know, so I was.
Every time you get a small chance, you go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, Wawrinka, when he was on, I don't really remember when he won the US Open
But
because
he
it
won
was
3
late. I didn't
times,
watch
3
it, but
Grand
I
Slams,
also
no?
watched Roland Garros when he won.
Yeah.
But he has 3 slams, no?
Yeah.
3 slams. Only Wimbledon.
Wimbledon is missing, yeah. Maybe he will go for it this year.
If you had to pick one, which one would you pick? To
One
win?
of the Grand Slams?
Yeah.
I think the traditional is the Wimbledon.
Wimbledon? You?
I think.
Me too.
I think the same, honestly. Just because the name is like so.
But you are super close 2 times.
But
no?
you know
3
what?
times.
You know
3
what is
times.
interesting
I wouldn't
about
say
it?
super close, but final is closer than most of the other
It's
players.
super much more super close than, for example, my third round. You know,
Yeah,
so.
but
But what is interesting about that? Why? Is because when you play the center court in final or something. I was
Yeah.
playing court number 1, I think.
okay. Court number 1 is nice.
Yeah, very
Wimbledon.
nice.
Ooh. I like it, like circle and
Yeah.
the roof.
And when you play, there is quiet.
Yeah.
There is only applause and
Yeah, when you go on court, there's nothing.
nothing.
When you enter the court, it's like they
Compare-
don't say your name, they don't say anything.
It's like very quiet.
Compared to New York, you know, that they are
yeah.
doing the show
yeah.
on the
But
court.
now also when
the-
I was
the fans
playing
go
correctly
crazy.
with Novak, there was lots of you know, it was loud.
Yeah,
Even during the points, okay, sometimes nothing, not so bad. But after that, there was always chatting and it was not.
They didn't treat Novak well there this year.
No.
To boo him when they pulled out is bad, I think.
But with me, when he was playing with me, he started to go against the crowd like many times.
It's like a love-hate relationship,
Yeah.
I think.
I think he goes for that. That match definitely. But with Yuri, I think he didn't do it too much. When he
With
was
who?
playing with Yuri, Lechka. After that, he was
Okay.
playing with
They played the
Lechka.
day after with
Yeah,
Ilechka?
yeah. And it was
Yeah.
It was a little bit quieter, I think. But with me, he was going against the crowd.
Okay. I don't know, he has some kind of ability to like switch on like a button. And he's playing like he's from like another planet
Yeah,
sometimes.
sometimes
It's like
it's unplayable. You know, and sometimes it's unplayable
Yeah.
to play against him. Even if he has like his worst day in the office, it's like my best day in the office. You know, so
you have to hope he has his best, the worst day when you play. Honestly. Did you play Rafa?
No. Disappointing.
You know,
I
either.
wanted to, but I have to
just
start
played-
it earlier a little bit.
I played
1 year
Novak
earlier.
and Andy. No, not.
Oh, Andy. Also.
Yeah.
Where?
Last year in Doha.
Okay. You beat him?
Like 7-6, 6-7, 7-6.
I can't remember
That's
for
a good
Andy.
win.
I can't remember for Andy because I was playing Miami last year,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
and he was
I think I remember that match.
he was
twisted
struggling.
the ankle,
yeah,
or?
he twisted
in
the
the end?
ankle, but he was playing like with the pain. Definitely, he was playing with the pain.
His machine.
The match was 3 hours 40 minutes, and he was still playing with the pain.
Yeah.
In the end of the match, and this match I was
You won?
asking,
Yeah.
I won, and I made quarters there. I was
Yeah.
against Sinner, but I was asking myself the question: how is it possible that Andy is playing always
With pace.
so long
Yeah.
the matches?
Yeah.
But that time
It
I
looks like he's
I
gonna die
explained it
on
on
the
my
court.
yeah. It was
He's sometimes walking
Yeah,
like he's
yeah.
gonna die, and then out of nowhere,
Yeah.
he's running everywhere.
I think him and
I
Yeah.
think you remember that iconic rally with Kokenakis, no? In
Yeah, I
Australian
know,
Open.
yeah.
When he said like
2 sets down.
eight
break.
smashes,
Yeah.
you know, and, yeah.
But
Yeah,
to
he's
play
a
against
fighter.
Novak and Murray on the bench,
yeah, that must have been
that was good. And Rod Laver,
yeah.
Night session.
Rafa would be fitness coach after all, you know. He will start to be. And the Roger Mental.
Roger Mental.
Yeah, yeah. There we go. Full
There we
team
go.
Again.
Who is your favorite player?
Was Rafa when I grew up. Watching on TV, it was because I was young enough when it was Rafa and Roger with a rivalry, and then Novak came in the middle and was like, "Hey guys, I also want to join." So no, it was a little bit like this because for 2-3 years it was Novak was not there, and that's when I was young and started watching. And at that time, you either choose Roger or Rafa was like the only not only option, but was the most normal option. And you know, Rafa was like sleeveless, long hair, playing like this. Was fun when you were young to watch. But,
And how was it to play final against Rafa?
so tough. I mean,
So tough.
When they are going on the court,
yeah.
But there is some video.
the speech, how many times did he won it? The years, you know?
Yeah.
2005, 2006,
Yeah.
2007, 2008, 2010, 2011.
And the match is over.
Yeah.
It's one of the best video I've ever seen. Like when they were
14 times.
fucking.
I don't think this record will be broken in maybe not in our lifetime,
No,
but I don't
it's
know.
not possible. It's not possible.
You have to start so young. You have to start now. When
You have to start now.
No
finish.
offense.
We'll see.
if you start this year, I will believe that you can do it. But
But if you start now, you have to finish 44 without any break, right?
if you start
I
this
would,
year,
I would rather start with some hardcore tournaments, guys. I mean, like.
if you start
going
this
with-
year, you have to win every year until you're 34.
Yeah, exactly. It's unbelievable.
And for me, it's crazy because you always have like one guy who's going to play out of his mind, and still you are able to beat him. You know, it's typical. You play some guy that plays free and makes everything, but still he beat those guys. You know, was maybe one time was with Söderling he lost, but other than that he beat everyone
Yeah.
that he had to beat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, but lost to Novak 2 times, I think, or something,
Novak beat him 2 times.
2 times, yeah.
Then he lost against Söderling.
and Zverev.
And
He lost
Zverev
only
in
4
the last-
matches.
Yeah.
I think it's like 110-4 or something.
Maybe one time he pulled out during
Yeah, with the injury.
with the injury. Unbelievable.
14 times.
14 times and then semi-final, quarter-final.
I don't think he ever lost a final or
No, no,
semi-final.
never,
I think
never.
he lost quarter-final only.
Quarter-final only. With okay.
Whenever he reached semi,
Yeah.
he wins.
Small semi against Novak.
Yeah, that,
Semi.
that one.
Okay, but final.
Yeah.
Final is 14-0.
But just to play 14 times French Open is already good.
Yeah, if I play 14 times, I'm very happy with my career. So you talk about like Michael Jordan is like 6-0 in finals.
Yeah.
And Rafa is 14-0
Yeah.
in Roland Garros.
Yeah.
It's more than double. Okay, you cannot compare anyways, but still it's like...
So, Casper, what do you take from Rafa?
I don't know, I guess...
His top spin for sure.
Topspin, yes. The way I play my forehand was, of course, inspired by the way he played the forehand. I don't want to play here every time, but in terms of the RPMs and playing like high over the net, yes. I don't know, just the kind of, not basic, but like never giving up.
No
the fight
routines?
spirit. Huh?
No routines?
No routines, but I try not to throw my racket
Okay.
It's the thing that I try to do. I can sometimes do it in practice. Spoiler alert. But in the matches, I try not to do it. Because
Do you break a racket
No.
during the match?
No.
Nice.
I didn't throw racket 4 years.
In 4
But
years?
I can swear. I
You
can,
swear?
I
Yeah,
can very
also,
swear.
I can also get angry and swear and scream, and most of the time I'm just angry with my coach, so I feel sorry for him. But you know the feeling, I guess.
You break the racket with center.
Oh yeah, but
Where?
I was playing. We were playing the release.
Okay.
Maybe the release was too fast and the racket was broken after.
Really?
And I made a joke,
Okay.
but it was really broken from the hitting.
You didn't do it from throwing it
Yeah,
No,
for
no.
sure he did, but now before like
in the warm up. No, but
it's like typical excuse, you know. You throw the racket and then at a point you hit the forehand. Oh, it's broken. You know what happened?
Without the fine, right?
Yeah, of course.
I think the biggest reason why I try not to do it is when I was young, I talked to this guy, and he was he had like a black belt in Taekwondo, and he had spent a lot of time in Asia to learn like fighting or whatever, martial arts or what do you call it. And he said that a samurai fighter with a sword will never throw his sword on the ground or away because he's angry, because he will be killed,
Okay.
because it's his weapon. So I kind of liked the idea of the way they thought. So I was thinking, you know, and that guy told me, I think it's the same with tennis because your racket is a weapon. Why would you want to destroy it? Okay, you're not going to be killed if you throw your racket, but if you break one, you have another one. But I think I like the concept of what he said, like, don't throw away your weapon. You need it to try to beat the other person. But this is kind of what stuck with me a little bit when I was young. But many times I wanted to throw it. So so far I was able to control myself. But let's see what happens in the future. And the one-handed backhand, you wanted to switch or not?
I was trying to play.
Oh, yeah?
The backhand when I was young.
Okay.
I was playing good the one-handed backhand.
Okay.
But everybody said that it's much easier to play two-handed. So that's why I
That's why sometimes they play with the left hand.
Yeah.
hand. Yeah.
But that's like not even the one hand. It's like left.
but he beat me with the lefty. Yes, I don't know when was it, but
Yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah.
it was like 5-0.
I was just playing like high balls in the middle, and he was going for the winner. Missing. Yeah, he has a.
But maybe I can try to play one-handed backhand during the match, like a hot shot. In Acapulco when we will play
funny,
doubles together.
Against me here. So.
It's funny when you see a one-hander try to play with two hands. They're not very good at it usually. It looks like so unnatural for them. But the one-hander is like, well, yeah, the most beautiful shot in tennis.
Yeah.
Gasquet, Roger, Stan.
Yeah. But it most of
Rigor.
the time the most weaker.
When you're young, yes, especially. You're not strong enough to hit it well. You know that Sampras switched from 2 to 1 when he was like 15 or 16. He was quite old when he did it. And I think he lost a lot of matches in the beginning and then started playing well, but was like a very late change, I think.
But his racket was so heavy, no?
Yeah.
So I can't imagine that he started to play one-handed backhand with that.
No, I don't know.
But did Rafa was righty? When
Sorry?
he was young. He was playing right hand, no? Rafa. When he was young. I heard that somewhere.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I asked Tony when I was in the academy some years ago, or when I started in the academy, because I also heard the same. He's right-handed with most stuff, but when he was young, he played double forehand, double backhand,
Okay.
both hands. When he
Okay.
was small.
So then he started
And
to play
Tony-
one-handed and one-handed.
And Tony did like a exercise with him one day. Just gave him easy balls in the middle of the court.
Yeah, please. It was delicious. Thank you.
And he said, try to hit a winner. He told Rafa, I think. Try to hit like a good shot, winner. And he would go like this way to play backhand, with a righty backhand. He would always prefer this side. So Tony, I guess, thought like, okay, I want the forehand to be the killer shot. So if he goes here, I want him to play with the left.
Okay.
But he was like 7 or 8 or I don't know.
Okay, good decision.
Yeah, I guess. It's not like, I think some people think that like Tony forced him to play with the left, like even though he didn't want to, but I don't think it's like this. At least that's what he said, but I don't know. Like you said, it was a good decision. So we've been talking about, I think quite a lot in the dinners before. If you can change a rule in tennis or add a new rule, what would you do? Change something or make a new rule or come up with something new for the game? Obviously UTS, they're bringing a few new things in with a 3-point card, which is quite interesting.
Yeah, that's true.
And maybe in the future there will be some more, but otherwise if you have anything you'd like to test out. I mean, next gen they do a few things.
I don't like the letters.
You don't?
No.
I think it's quite interesting.
It depends if you won the match because of that or if you lose the match because of that, you know. So in this case, it's difficult to change, to choose.
Yeah, why don't you like it?
I don't know. It feels weird.
I'm not sure that's the best argument.
It's not argument.
Like
Actually,
I'm
but
saying, of course, in the juniors, I won the match because of that. I was like, it's the best rule ever, you know.
Yeah,
but then, obviously, I lose a couple of them because of that, and then of course.
But only one serve is very interesting.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. More release. That's interesting.
You don't get like.
I'm screwed. I'm screwed in this case.
I would make this rule with Opelka in Australia. It will be much
I
easier.
would make it with him in Australia.
Guys, it would be even tough to play against Petsy with this rule because for him, second serve also
Doesn't
220, you know.
I like the idea because, like you said, it's more rallies. And if you have the guts or the balls, let's say, to go for an ace,
you can go, yeah.
you go for it.
Yeah.
You make it too good.
Yeah.
But when you know that you have a second serve, it's sometimes too easy to hit. Not too easy, but like
It's
maybe
50-50. It's 50-50 in this case.
Yeah. So okay, show me in juice if you want to go for it or not.
Yeah.
I think like the toughest thing is like when you are with tennis, is a close situation, maybe like you get it to juice in the opponent's game and then boom, ace.
Yeah. Yeah.
You worked hard to get it to juice and then let's play the rally, see what happens, and then big serve wide or I don't know.
Yeah.
And then another good serve or whatever. But if it's only one serve, it's gonna be more rallies at least, but it's gonna be more exhausting probably because we're gonna play more rallies also.
Yep.
Longer matches.
What do you like about the new the rules of UTS? What did you bring?
Well, the 3-point card is fun because it's if you win your and you beat your other one, it's like a big difference. Either if you win both.
How will you put to the normal?
No chance.
There's no chance to put like this kind of card.
It's because you are playing with the games.
Yeah.
So it's maybe the tiebreaker. I don't know. But here in the case, you're losing, you're winning, you have the card. You can still win in any time.
I don't know, I think like it could be interesting, like certain points or certain shots could be like 2 points. Like a nice volley winner is like double points.
Yeah.
I don't know. Or like a passing shot is double points or I don't know. If the rally goes more than 20 times, it's double points for the winner. I'm not sure, but sometimes I feel like it's tough. Hitting a double fault is the same award as like an unbelievable rally. It's just, it's only 1 point.
Yeah. And what do you think about the throwing the toss? If you miss the toss and you
take it down. I don't. Yeah, maybe you just go to second serve. When you toss, you have to hit it. And if you take it down, second serve.
But can you imagine that you try to hit it like somewhere?
Yeah, the wind will blow and you're.
There has to be some rule with the wind, but how can you? It's against.
Part of the game, no?
This is just about the empire again.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not good. If the empire has so
like
many.
in theory, you can cheat the system and be like, if you play the long rally and you're tired, and you go to the line at 1 second left,
and you miss the toss.
Oh no, sorry.
But it's a good idea actually. I will start to do it.
Yeah.
I never.
No, but I in theory you can.
Well, I
you
think,
shouldn't do
I
it.
think the shot clock is going, even if you miss the toss.
No, if you do like the movement, it stops.
You have to do the movement. You have to throw, and then.
Okay, so let's say you're so tired, and then you're like, okay, it's like 2 seconds left. I start the movement, and then I take it down.
The Typho do it in
and then
Shanghai.
I do it again. You know, I can do it. There's no rule that say that you can only do it once. If you want, you can do it 5 times in a row. And say, yeah, sorry, but I didn't like the toss.
But I heard from Mohamed,
Yes.
he said like...
If you do it on purpose.
Yeah, if you do it on purpose and they can see, they can
give you
second,
like a warning.
second serve. Yeah. I
Okay.
think they can give you immediately second serve.
Yeah, that's
I like Big Fall during the Shanghai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah,
Was the
that's
same.
right.
Yeah.
That was what happened. He kind of threw it and then didn't
Yeah,
even
it was
try.
like checking the toes and it was like
Yeah.
thrown it just.
Yeah,
And
he didn't even
he
try.
received
He
the warning.
did,
Yeah.
he received actually penalty point, I guess.
That was actually
or
the
second
penalty
serve,
point.
or second serve,
Second-
and it was
and it
third
was-
set,
Yeah,
tie break
each ball.
5-0
Yeah,
or something like
set
that.
points, 5-0 with Safulin. That's
And it
true.
was decider. It was decider.
Decider 5-0 tie break, and he had second serve, and yeah.
It seemed like he was happy after the match. I think also sometimes when players discuss with the umpire for too long and they don't even have a reason to discuss, they just want to discuss. If it's fair, and it's tough because if there is a discussion and like it's a fair discussion, yes, you can have a discussion, but if it's a discussion about something that cannot change, there's no point of having the discussion, you know, in my eyes.
It's tough, yeah.
So if you're there discussing for 2 minutes with the
Yeah.
umpire, it's tough for the other one who wants to play.
Yeah.
Something there maybe could. But now I saw that they're coming up with something good, which is like with the marks for clay. They do like electronic calling for clay, because it's true. I saw the video, and
Do they?
sometimes the marks they can be different depending on how much clay, if it's wet, if it's dry. Sometimes a mark that can look out, it can be in or opposite, because
It's of course it's less discussion with the bad calls with the umpire. It's always in the system is you can blame only the system, but
It's good decision for sure.
it's good decision. There is less, yeah.
and because on clay the last years have been some quite dramatic, like
But they put the shot clock.
yeah.
There is new discussion with the umpire that they are pushing them, and you know
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
you have
still.
no time. So anyway, there is still some.
But still, I think the beauty of tennis is that you are not playing on time. That
Yeah.
it can be, you know, in football you have
90
3-0,
Yeah, you win.
85 minutes, and you're just not playing because you're
again, the
you're
shot-
waiting.
The clock, I think it's the referee is doing that. He's pressing the button. So it's up to the referee. If you
Not now,
think
not
the rule now is
now after 3 seconds.
3 seconds after
Now it's the new rule.
the point
Yeah,
is
okay.
finished, it
Then
starts.
3
even
seconds.
when you go from the net.
Yeah, basically you have 28 seconds from the point is over until the next point.
Okay.
From 3 seconds after they call out or net or winner, 3 seconds and then it starts. 25 seconds.
But yeah. But it's
But yeah,
impossible.
sometimes it's tough when you're in the net and you want to go to the
Yeah,
towel,
long
you
rally.
don't have time.
You have no time. You have to go for a towel. It's impossible.
In the slams, because with ATP you can do this now and they
Oh
bring
yeah,
it to you.
yeah. Only on slams.
I was now watching, not now, but year ago, I watched on tennis TV the match when the Rome was when we played the Rome. There was some highlights, or they were streaming the match of Rafa and Novak.
Oi.
One of the first meetings.
Which year?
I can't remember.
Long time ago? Or?
Yeah, I was
okay.
2010, 9,
Okay. Yeah.
something like that. And in that time, it was decider, tie break. And you could see that they finished the point, and there were 2 minutes. 2 minutes
Between
between
the-
the rallies.
true.
Yeah.
2 minutes. They were waiting for a crowd to be, calm.
Oh.
They were taking the towels,
And also
choosing
between the
balls.
first and second serve, also like
Yeah,
45
yeah.
seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember there was always the clock.
But it's super difficult on the Grand Slams because on like ATP events you have 90 seconds after a changeover. In Grand Slam, you're playing
less.
best of 5, and it's
It's
1
less.
minute.
Yeah,
it's 1
it's
minute.
much less.
We were playing, and I was,
I was tired.
I came there and I drink
Yeah,
the
like
water and
30
there's time.
seconds, yeah.
What do you think? Is it better that they are pushing the time
No,
or not?
I mean,
I don't
it
like
depends. It depends in which cases.
I mean,
Like, yeah.
maybe they're saving 15 minutes or whatever in the match, but
Sometimes it's not good.
and that's what I feel when you play the slams. You have only 60 seconds, like you said, and this ATP is.
But it's, even for
90,
even for the
85 or 90.
spectators,
And in
they're-
Australia, you're playing best of 5.
Yeah.
For example, sometimes 40 degrees, you need the time. You
Yeah.
need the
but
time
even
to...
for the spectators, if there is 5-4 in the
Yeah,
tiebreaker in the last set, and the players taking
and
2 minutes.
even more. Yeah.
There is feeling the pressure that is big point, and now it's pushing the time like, you know.
And I think in Australia they started with like the crowd can move freely.
And even more when you cannot ask for the towel.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you're going for the towel,
Yeah.
you dry yourself and you have time valuation because there is
It's
time.
a little
you know.
tough. Here there is even less time, so
Eh?
here it's only 15 seconds, even less. So you
Here
will
it's,
feel it.
here it's like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
You don't have the time to think. You're just playing.
But those 10 minutes, or is it 10 minutes,
Eight.
right?
Eight.
8 minutes, 2 minutes break,
Yeah.
3 minutes.
3 minutes.
3 minutes break.
Yeah.
So it's like nothing. It's
Yeah,
very.
because sometimes in the tour, like 2 games can be like 3 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you have another 90 seconds break if it's 2 fast games. So at least here you get like 8
I think
minutes.
with-
in
But
a
8
row.
minutes of release, just
Huh?
release. 8 minutes of just release.
Yeah, here yes.
I think with Novak, I was losing 1-3 in the first set, and we were playing first set.
Yeah.
Half an hour. I believe. For half an hour, 1-3.
Who?
With Novak.
Ah.
Like 25 minutes we were playing. So now here the match
I think
is
us
finished.
together, first 5 games
Was
was also like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I was like,
long, really
it's
long.
gonna go this way. We were, you know, I was cramping already in the first set.
Don't tell him those things.
No, I was not. I was not.
You
But
were.
actually, 2022 when I played the finals, I had full body cramp.
Yeah,
Final?
I couldn't. Yeah,
Juniors.
Like 20 juniors finals.
Okay.
I
Full body.
played 6-7, 7-6, 5-6.
it's like
And-
6 months before
and,
before your head to
And
end.
start of the game, and I wasn't able to play. I was, you know,
wow.
and in that time
Was
the
hotter.
referee, I was laying on the ground, full body cramp. I couldn't move, and and the umpire was like, time violation warning, Mr. Mensik. I was like, come on, I couldn't do
That's
nothing.
tough.
I couldn't nothing. And actually, of course, I 2 times double folded. It was 30 all and 2 times double fold, so I lost the final. And then after, I don't know, 3 minutes of suffering during the game, they came with a wheelchair and everything. So after that, it was well.
Wow, that's tough.
So this is the cramps, you know, stuff. I forgot to say that we were playing 3 sets and it was 3 hours and like 58 minutes, something like that. So imagine playing 5 sets with
Yeah.
him. Would be like crazy. Yeah, after that, I was 2 days just laying in the bedroom.
Do you remember when?
Yeah, they gave me jelly beans there.
Okay.
They gave me jelly beans.
Not bad.
Actually, after a match, they came with the anti-doping,
No way.
and I was dehydrated. Dehydrated.
You couldn't take a piss.
I couldn't pee for 8 hours, so I was stick there for another 8 hours, and
Do you remember when Sasha rolled his ankle with Rafa?
oh my god, yeah,
I think they played 7-6, 6-0 in like 3 hours
yeah,
10.
crazy.
They didn't even finish the second set.
Yeah.
I was there because I was playing after. I think I was playing Silic maybe. Yeah, Silic.
So you were taking a coffee the night.
I was lying in the lounge like, oh, this is nice, like 6-hour match. If I win, they will be so tired, you know. But then, yeah, I was so sad with Sasha when he rolled. It was so bad.
But I mean, after
But he was playing unbelievable.
yeah.
But he was only
thing-
one match away from being world number one.
The thing after the injury, he recovered so well.
Yeah, it's
He came back like unbelievable. You know.
Thank you.
In the statistic way, for example, tennis IQ or something like that, you can see that the tour average of second serve points won, it's around 50.
Yeah, it's so
And,
close.
and it's the same, like winning second serve points won.
We're
It's like
turning.
50-50, something around 50-ish. Yeah.
Yeah.
But there is always
So
chance
in this
to
case-
make the serve.
Yeah, but with 3-pointer card, when you take it and you miss the serve, I think it's sometimes maybe better to take it when he's serving.
Especially with the altitude.
You're like fresher, you're like just hit the ball and it flies out. So
I don't know, but I still think you have the option to go big. I mean, you know what I mean?
stuff. It depends on the score or
Yeah, yeah.
how you feel.
Yeah.
Guys, such a good dinner it was.
Very good dinner.
Thank you guys.
I ate a lot. No dessert. Next time.
Yeah. Next time.
Next time, also a few Czech words for Casper.
Yeah, you need to teach me
Only
some.
the good one.
Only the good and bad words. in
no,
Czech.
Only the good ones. The romantic one. The romantic one.
Yeah. Romantic words. All right. Is it time to
Alright,
sleep?
Let's go.
All right.
See you.
So I guess I'll see you tomorrow, huh?
Yeah. See you tomorrow.
Thank you guys.